Hey, good morning, everybody. Danny Shea in his bathrobe. Just want to get on briefly. Slow news day today. Looked on my news feed, not much going on. Busy news day yesterday. Woo, woo. And normally I don't like to jump on the same day as news comes out because I want things to settle down a little bit because I get a little excited. And anyway, I just want to give that break. So let's take a look at some of the stuff that went on. Leticia James. So this is a civil, as we talked about before, civil, not criminal. And so in New York, Alvin Bragg is looking into the criminal, and he kind of dropped that lawsuit. I know you guys remember, he kind of dropped, not lawsuit, but that criminal investigation. If I remember right, two of his investigators or attorneys that Cy Vance brought in left because they go, what do you mean you're not moving forward with criminally prosecuting the Trump organization? I think that's how it went. And so Alvin Bragg is saying, no, it's still going on. And these two cases are kind of tied together. And is the classified documents thing all tied into this? Of course, everything's all messed up with Trump land. So let's just take a look at, I wonder how long this is going to play out. It's going to play out a while. You know it is. It's just going to drag its feet. Let's just see. Is this going to go fast or is this going to go slow? I think it's just, well, we know what Trump does. He just drags it out. This special master goes, oh, hell no, you can't eat your cake. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Is that what he said? Something like that? Really? Really? Is that a saying? You can't eat? Anyway, whatever. Sorry. Well, I'm thinking of cake. Why? It's the morning. Okay, sorry. Trump. Let's just look. How long is this case going to go? 6 cards. How long is this case going to go? Two of Cups, partnership. Queen of Cups. Knight of Wands. Oh, somebody's sad. Who's this? Who's so sad? Oh no, it's Mr. Bill is so sad. Oh, who's really, really worried? Queen of Pentacles. All right. How fast is this going to go? No 8 of Wands, no movement. Let me drop this down. Okay. So we have the 2 of Cups. Partnership, working together, being crossed by the Queen of Cups. I think this is Leticia James. I think she may have a secret in here. Or again, it's the other woman. It's always the other woman, right? That's what I blame everything on. Well, this is the other woman. This could be Leticia James coming up with another surprise. This Knight of Wands, it's not the Knight of Pentacles, but this Knight of Wands is bringing forth information, riding on strength. In this deck, riding on strength. In the past, it's the sadness, 5 of Cups. At the top of the reading that overshadows this is the 9 of Swords, the worry. And this is like, I mean, look at those swords. They're dripping. Ooh, ooh, that's like some nasty stuff. So, and in the potential near future is the Nine of Pentacles. And to me, this card is about revealing things. This is about all of the information that is going to be coming out. I don't see any fast moving cards here. Slow, methodical. So just buckle up. Don't worry about it. Let the people who are doing their job do their job. Thank you, Leticia James, for doing your job, in my humble opinion. And let's look into Alvin Bragg, shall we? What is going on with him? So how happy do you think Tiffany is, going backwards a little bit? How happy do you think she is that she didn't get any part of the business duties? Yeah, duties, I said that. One of Trump's lawyers put forth a duty emoji in regards to the special master. So professional. Yeah. And you know that attorney or the judge has had to have seen that. Somebody must have brought it up to him. And do you think that's going to endear him to to Trump's attorney? I remember what my mama used to tell me. You attract more with honey than you do with vinegar. Or something. I don't think that's what she said. You attract more with honey. More bees, more Pooh Bears. Okay, stop. Jeez, what's the matter with me? Here we go. Alvin Bragg. Then we're going to get into the Trumpy kids. Alvin Bragg. What's going on with your investigation? Did Leticia James give you a little kick in the butt mentally and say, look what we got? Did Leticia James show up Alvin Bragg? Now Alvin Bragg has to go, hey, wait a minute. Let's see. I still get something off with him as I'm shuffling. That flew out. 3 cards flew out. And it could be my bad shuffling, but something is moving. And this was the top card, the death card, which is a transition card. So, and that skeleton, he's walking. So it's like, you're not really dead. He's got the wild ride card. Something unexpected coming out of a cup, listening to some things. And then he's got the Knave of Wands, which is a forward-looking card that is to me, it's like it's a planning card. It's seeing what they have. I think he's going to turn this little spiky thing around, and it's going to be up, and it's going to start shining light. From those 3 cards, let's pull 6 and just see if I can get a little clearer. Alvin, talk to me. 411 on Alvin Bragg regarding criminal indictments. Because Leticia James referred this to the FBI and the DOJ and I see that 9 of Swords, and it's Trump is like, well, but we all know the truth, right? It's just a witch hunt. I thought they got rid of all the witches in Salem. was going to say something. I know a couple of witches. This one woman that I recently met, and people go, you know, she's a witch. And I go, really? I went and talked to her. It's not like she's a good witch, I think. All right, stop. Okay. That flew out. Okay, I'm thinking about Alvin Bragg, but then again, I was thinking about good witches. So, Alvin Bragg. Let's go back. Let's not talk about Alvin Bragg. Alvin Bragg. I only had one cup of coffee, too. Can you imagine when I have like 3 or 4? Can you imagine me? Alvin Bragg, here we go. Oh. Winning at any cost. 5 of Swords. So you look at this card, right? He's not listening to any of his staff. They're all turning his back and walking away. That's what I see when I first look at this card. I'm just going to do 4 cards. That's going to be the overall. He's got the Ace of Swords. He's got the 2 of Swords. And the last card is completion card, the World. He's going to reopen this. According to the cards. Let me just show you what I have. So this is the card that flew out. This is the overall thing. He doesn't listen to people. And again, I still feel something is in the recesses that's a little hidden that we're not getting. But why is he not listening to other people, according to this card? But that energy, he's got new information coming out. This may be the Leticia James. She laid it all out for him, did his work. I don't know if she did his work. Now he's got to make a decision. Where am I going with this? And it's a blind decision for him because I think this card, this 5 of Swords, is influencing this decision. So, and that whatever niggling feeling I have about him, you know, who's influencing him, that's his decision. This is one influence. This is what he should be doing, what he knows is right. So I feel like he's got a duty to 2 things, to what is the duty of the rule of law and the duty of somebody lining his pocketbooks for entertainment only. I'm just throwing it out there, entertainment. Okay, I'm gonna, before I go squirrel. And then we have the completion card, the World card. So I think he is going to make the right choice with this. I think he is. Should we put some clarifiers on it? Do I have my clarifiers? Okay. The only card the deck I have out is my Halloween card and a Deviant Moon. And since I think there is some deviant stuff going on, we're going to use the Deviant Moon. What's this completion card? What is this World card? One of the cards that flew out was the Empress when I was on the squirrel moment. And I said, oh, maybe that, but squirrel moment is with the Empress is Russian money. So is this World Russian money? What is this World card referring to? Completion or money from abroad? Why am I staring at that gold coin there and not the sword? What is this World card about? 3 cards, clarification. Ace of Wands. Something new. Holding on to a little baby in a pea pod. I love that. Look at that, holding a little baby. Oh, I'm taking care of you. Yeah, Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. I got you. I got you, you little baby. And why am I seeing the big Trump balloon in diapers? Oh, transition. That's the death card in this deck. Somebody's getting squished. Somebody's getting stepped on here. And, oof, okay. So, remember the Empress, she is in many decks. Let me pull this out because it's a little digression. In many decks, the Empress is pregnant. So getting ready to give birth to something new. And many times it's referred to as Mother Russia. This death card is pregnant. And death is all about transition, moving on to something else, which clearly. The last card, Knight of Wands. What is this world? Is this a completion card? Okay, I can read this both ways. Is this Alvin Bragg going to be doing the right thing for the rule of law, or is he going to be following some other secretive agenda? He's taking care of something with this Ace of Wands, but new information is coming out. There's a transformation that's going to happen, some new beginning with some new information, this Knight of Wands. These cards are so dark that it's hard not to read them that dark. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say he's really conflicted about what he should be doing. But I think this card, the Ace of Swords, this Knight of Wands, another ace. So we have a new start, something new coming. And he's still riding on looks like a bed bug or something. Ooh, creepy. But yeah, so he's still got this baggage that he's dealing with. And so it's going to be a little wonky, I think. All right, let's switch gears. I hope I'm recording this. Yeah. Let's look at the Trump org. And looking at the Trump org, got to use my Halloween deck. Ooh. King of Bats. So when at the end of that last read with Alvin Bragg, I was thinking, maybe I said it, one cup of coffee did me in, that luckily Merrick Garland's on the case or looking at it or something. So there's going to be some other things coming at him. And I think it's the King of Bats that is going to say, no, we need to look at this. We need to look at that. Anyway, let's look at Trump org with the Halloween deck. So let's see how Trump is feeling. You know how he's feeling. It's a witch hunt. He's just throwing dirt. It's a racist witch hunt. And people just forget that, Trump University, Leticia James got him on Trump University, the Trump Foundation. I wonder if she was involved with him in the bankruptcy of the Taj Mahal. I know it was in another state, so probably not. Why people still believe, that's a good question. Why do people still believe in him? Okay, let's switch. What is Mr. Pumpkinhead feeling? 3 cards, because we don't need to go into it. He's just like, oh. 3 cards. What is going on in his noodle? Oh, Knight of Imps. So he is, so again, that Knight of Wands, different Knight of Wands, but it's the Knight of Wands. Imps are wands. And I think that's him. He's fuming. But he had to know this is coming. He isn't that stupid. Okay, well, maybe he was surprised then. Oh, Knight of Bats. How do we get this out? How do we change this? How do we charge forward fast? Well, you do it in a hearse, of course. Movement. I don't think he can stop this hearse. I think it just keeps rolling. And if you look at the hearse rolling by, you see all the pumpkin heads, they're all scared. I think this movement that is going, all this new information with the Knight of Imps, the Knight of Bats, all this movement it's too much for his parking lot attorneys to handle. He's got the best. All right, let's look at individually. Let's look at the quids or kids. I know some people may say, wait a minute, it's the Trump organization. I mean, should the kids really be involved? Should they? Yes. But it was Daddy that was doing it all. Yes, they should. Then we're going to look into Tiffany too. Happy. Oh, this flew out. King of Bats. Something big legally is coming out. I mean, that's what he's all worried about, all these lawsuits. I mean, I can't keep track of them. All right. Kids, let's just look at Don Jr. because he, to me, is the yuckiest one. I could do a poll. Who is the yuckiest? Don Jr. Don Jr. Present. Ooh. Ooh. Queen of Bats. Queen of Bats, Queen of Swords. He wants to go back to a simpler time. No, giving and receiving. Sorry. I got to read the pumpkin cards better. 6 of Pumpkins, giving and receiving. It's all about this money changing hands. In the past, it's the 4 of Imps. Yay! Look at everything's cool. Woohoo! Party time, cocaine time, entertainment only. Whoops. YouTube is pulling videos. The Emperor. And the thing with this card, with the Emperor card, so this is all about Daddy did it. This is all about Daddy. But look, Daddy's brain is in a jar and he's holding a blank pumpkin. This guy is out of his mind. So Don Jr., he may think he is an emperor. Maybe it wasn't Daddy that was doing it. Maybe it was just him partying all along. Let me drop this down and just show you, because I just did 3, kind of made up this own spread. So this is his center position, the Queen of Bats, legal issues. He is just thinking, I'm just going to go back. I'm not going to pay that much attention to it. I got people. I know a guy. Yeah, unfortunately, all your guys are cray. So whatever his guy is that he knows, it's just going back to a simpler time. What was the simpler time? Well, it was just party. It was celebration. It wasn't like anything is ever going to happen to him. People forget. He's the son. He's not the sly guy that gets away with everything. Well, I don't think he is anymore, but you know, he thought he was. No, different. And he thinks, I just think that, you know, he still thinks that it's going to be okay, but he's going to have a lobotomy. His brain is going to go into a jar. He is not Mr. Pumpkinhead. He's a blank of Mr. Pumpkinhead. I can't believe I said that. All right, let's look at who should we pick on next for entertainment purposes only? Who should we pick on next? Why does Jared pop into my head? It's Trump org. All right, let's look at Ivanka then. And she's, you know, she's concerned, but she is going to figure this out. She's going to somehow escape a lot of this. And the reason I think she's going to escape a lot of it is because Jared just got $2 billion from the Saudi or something crazy. And I just heard somebody's going to be looking into that, some legal scholar. Okay. Yeah, I just see this web that the DOJ has opened up, and Jared's going to be just tied into this web. So, Ivanka, what's going on? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Is that her? So, if the emperor was Donnie, right? From, you know, in the Trump org, and that was Frankenstein's monster, that's Frankenstein's sister. I think all it's supposed to be, but that's weird. You guys are going, no, it's the bride of Frankenstein, but that's just weird to say that about this family. So I'm not going there. All right, being challenged by the devil. The devil made me do it. So we all know who. I also refer to Mr. Pumpkinhead as the devil. And look, he's got the 3 little pigs. It's in the cards. The cards don't lie. The 3 little pigs all in a line. In the past, she has this 2 of bats energy, 2 of swords. There's a choice that was very difficult for her to make, and this came out reversed, so she made it, and I think that is the J6. I think she would easily flip on Papa. Well, not easily, because she's still tied. Hangman. So let me drop this down. So Ivanka, she is the Empress, and she's being conflicted, covered by the devil card. And that, look, see that little baby way up there? So here's the devil, and you could have, for entertainment only, Don Jr., Ivanka, and Eric all being led by the devil, right? But Tiffany, she's up there. Do you see her? She's in a little jar up there. She's all and she's really happy. These guys down here are not happy at all. She's happy. She's not part of this. All right. So the Empress, if that's her, covered by this devil, and she had to make a choice that she did make, and it wasn't easy. And now she's either suspended or she's taking a look at things in another light. And let's pull some clarifications on this card. Looking at things from another light. Okay, I got to use my Deviant Moon cards. Looking at things from another position. And if you look down here, the pumpkins, they're green. They're not ripe. Something new. Something new. All right, so what is this Hanged Man? Is it pause? Or is it looking at things from a different perspective? And I think that's it. Nine of Swords. She is really, really worried. Look at, she's biting her bony finger off. Because of the legal things coming her way. That's her in this legal issue. Sorry, bouncing this card around. That's her in this legal issue. The King of Swords is a legal issue coming. Then look, she is at the base of this, and she's got one of those Silence of the Lambs mask on. She's not saying anything. She's just like, just kind of biding her time. And we got the Two of Swords again. So she is looking at this from a different perspective, and she is going to have to decide whether she's going to play with the King of Swords or go against the King of Swords. And if she decides to go against the King of Swords, if Ivanka wants to go against the King of Swords, how is that going to work out? If Ivanka goes against this King of Swords in this decision that she needs to make, it's going to be a battle. That's what internally she is dealing with. Nine of Wands. She is like, her hands are tied. She's not really sure what she's going to do because she's got the Knight of Swords. Things are coming at her too fast. She's got justice at the base of this. She sees it. In the past is all her shady dealings. It's all the secrets that are coming to light, that are coming out of the water. The Two of Wands, she needs to make a decision, another decision, and this could be travel. Should we just leave? Should we go away? Because he's got the world in his hands, and the potential near future is leaving, sneaking into camp, stealing one's defenses. So, I mean, I can keep going on this, but I'm not going to. Either she is gonna go away, or she's thinking of going away, or she is thinking of spilling the beans, leaving Mr. Pumpkinhead defenseless. And this could be New York. She can never go back to New York again because she can't do any business there. Oh, the web. This can go in so many directions. It just feels to me that she's going to flip. That's the energy that I'm getting with it this time, but let's see. All right. Eric. And why is it that I really don't want to go too deep into this guy either? I think he's such, it feels like he's a pawn. With Don, he thought it out. He has the brain to think it out. However, that partying card, he doesn't have the brain anymore. Ivanka is the one that is using all her synapses are firing. And Eric, I don't know, this guy just seems like, did it surprise you when I said that I really don't know this guy? Did it? I'm feeling like, no. Okay, that flew out. Oh. King of Bats. Okay, he's worried about lawsuits, so he does. And I'm feeling like his attorneys, whoever he has, do they all have different attorneys? Okay. That came out and it's upside down. The Fool. So he went on this new journey. He thought, yay, woohoo. But that journey that he went on, I mean, he was being played as an upside down fool, challenged by the Ace of Ghosts. So this new calming energy, not to be mean. And when somebody says not to be mean, it's going to be mean. But not to be mean, it feels like when the more he got involved with the Trump organization, the more calm, the more comfort he felt, a new comfort that he felt with his family ties, maybe more important in the past. Strength, but it's reversed. So he's playing off of the upside down energy of the Fool to get strength, this Ace of Ghosts, and the Two of Imps, Two of Wands. So we're getting these decisions a lot in this spread. He's being advised, I'm going to drop this down. He's being advised from this King of Bats to pull, to spill the beans. Whether he will or not, that is the energy that he's facing right now. Whether he sees this card or not, he's being offered a new emotional chance if he spills the beans. That's what the whole reading says. Okay. Individual cards gave me something, a little different story. All right, let's look at who did I not pick on? Let's switch gears. because I just want to read on this. Putin. I don't know where I am in this. I'll try to timestamp it because I'm going on to 40 minutes. So Putin, let's look at Putin. He is, I'm not bluffing. Oh, geez. So, Putin. So he's calling up all, 300,000 reservists, all the potential reservists jumped on airplanes, tried to get out of there. They shut that down. So they couldn't leave. And then he's going, we are going to have a vote in Ukraine with all the territory we took, and we're going to have a vote, and we're going to see if they want to stay part of Russia or not. We're going to go door to door with the police. What's your vote? He's been listening to Trump too much. That's what Trump would do, but that's stupid. Anyway, Vladimir. Is Russia, is the government going to allow Putin to continue his crazy ways? Apparently. Allegedly. It's the Russian government. And it's the Russian government that is, hang on one second. It's the Russian government. It's the oligarchs. And when I was thinking about, who's his guy that he listens to, and I thought, well, it's the oligarchs. It's the guys with all this money that he's given money to, and that flipped over. So the Four of Pentacles, they're holding on to whatever they can, and they're kind of being a little tapped into a little box, so they can't really get out. Is someone going to get into Putin's ear so that he'll be able to listen? And maybe that was him holding on to his money too. Putin. Give me the 411 on Russia and Ukraine. And Knight of Pentacles, slow moving. I always thought that this was going to be relatively quick. And the energy at that time was it's going to be relatively quick. I'm still feeling it's going to be relatively quick in terms of wars that we've been dealing with. It's not going to drag out for 20 years like Afghanistan, but still, slow moving knight. Being challenged by the big stick, Ace of Wands. Some Fred Flintstone thing is gonna, bam, it's gonna come out of the blue. Well, I hope that this isn't, him saying, we are not bluffing. What kind of accent was that? At the base of the reading is the blind choice that he has to make. And this is, the swords card. So it's cutting, it's could be aggression, could be legal, but international law, I mean, doesn't matter. In the past is the emperor. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. One of these days I'm going to learn what deck I'm using. The Hierophant, which to me is still, it's got that emperor energy, higher order energy. So it's well, as this card says, El Papa. I mean, he thinks he's the emperor. He thinks he's El Papa, but could be he's El Caca. That's my Spanish for today. Wild Ride. He's listening to a snake. Look at this cup. He is listening to a snake. He's not getting good information. And here, with this Knave of Wands in the potential near future, walk quietly and carry a big stick. So this is a big stick. And this is, if you look at the bottom of that, it looks like it's a sun. It could be a nuclear thing, but it's still upside down. He has not raised it. He hasn't thrown it. It's still in the planning stages. It's still in the planning stages. He does have it, but let's just keep going with this. Internally, what's going on with him? Yeah. He's created a war for no reason. He's fighting windmills. He's charging up against 6 wands. And 6 wands, the 6 of wands is riding in like a winner, but the 7 of wands is not. It's like you're being stupid. What are you doing? You already kind of won. You had Russia. You had this huge place. Oh, now I want more. Can you imagine the trade deals he could have worked out with Ukraine? I mean, if they just worked together. Anyway. So, in the external position, it's all about money, the Queen of Pentacles. This card also, this Queen of Pentacles also reminds me a lot of the Empress card. But in this deck, she is not giving birth to a new idea. She's just in luxury and in abundance and in nature, which Russia is super beautiful. He still thinks of Russia as this abundant place, but he's fighting windmills. He's going about it the wrong way. Hopes and fears. We hope that he will walk away from this. Our fear is that he won't. But this is his card. So his fear is walking away, not showing strength, not being the guy. And the final outcome is we don't know. It's the secrets. It's the hidden. It's the crazy. It's things coming out of the water. And we have the Magician creating something out of nothing. And then we have a new energy coming in, the Knave of Swords. Let's look at the bottom. So it feels like just some new energy with the last 2 cards. Something's coming in. Something's going to be created out of this moon energy. And it's young. It's a young energy. So is he going? Is he going? I don't see the death card. I just see maybe some kind of magic happening where a new energy comes in. The base of the reading is the Three of Pentacles. A lot of times this looks like dark money, but it's working at things. In the Rider-Waite deck, there are two people showing them plans, advising them on how to build the church with the Three Pentacles. This one, it's just Three Pentacles in nature, and he's kind of creating it out of space. Stealing, going into camp, taking what's not yours, taking the defenses. The Two of Pentacles, the emotional juggling of what to do. And this is something new coming out of this because of the 8, the serpent. And we'll leave it at that. The underlying energy is, to me, it's it goes back to, where is it? Oh, here it is. Hopes and fears. That he will walk away, that he will transition. That's the underlying energy. All right, you all. Thank you for watching. For those that are still here, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's do, for those of you who are still here, let's do a quick, I'm going to pull a different deck real quick. Hang on. I'm going to use Prism Oracle. I need to do my contact cards again. I need to do that. But let's do a Prism Oracle for us. And just a 3-card spread. You can pick one card. You can pick all 3. You can pick 2. Just think of what card do you want to hear. You just take a deep breath and just kind of get into it and relax into it. And how do we navigate? How do we stay with our feet firmly planted on the ground? Not in the sky, not in anger, but in love. And let's just send some love out to Ukraine, to the people who are fighting. Let's send some love out to the people of Russia who are fighting because they have no choice, because, I mean, they do have a choice, but if someone's going to, mess with your family, your kids, put them in prison or whatever they do, whatever leverage they have. And these Russians feel like they have to go and fight. Let's pray for them. And let's pray that Putin walks away from this. Whatever he's doing, that's just, and however you guys want him to walk. Last card, maybe, to that transition. So let's just send some love and light out to Ukraine, some protective energy bubbles. I was thinking about that before when it first started. We would send out this protective dome of energy, doing my healing dome around Ukraine, just heal these people. Heal the people that are trapped on both sides. Heal Putin. Get him out of this crazy. 3 cards. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. First card. Rejection. How do we deal with rejection? What do we do? Do we lash out? Do we go, okay, move on? Let's figure out why it was rejected. And do we value the person that rejected us? Do we, I mean, is it somebody that we trust, somebody that we don't trust? What does this rejection do? How does it lead us forward? Does it change what we did in the past to make something new happen? Who picked the second card? Abundance. How much rejection did you have to go to find this abundance? And when we're in abundance, are we giving and receiving? I saw the 6 coins. Are we giving and receiving? Are we sharing? Are we or just holding on to it? This card doesn't say hold on. This says it's just kind of fallen all over us. And the third card is creativity. Being creative in our days, not letting this negative news as rejection. And it's this negative news, we can be creative in hearing it and actually realize that it is for abundance that we're changing. We're realizing that this is what we do not want in our news cycle, and we want something better. So even though we have a rejection at looking at this and the whole thing, we also have abundance. So it's 2 swords. It's two palms, rejection, abundance. And we need to be creative in how we blend those 2 together to have a happier, more abundant life. Thank you for watching. Peace and love.